So you just start a video and a freight train decides to go past. Hi everyone. So today I want to talk about my reactions to The Voice. I've come out here, it's a gorgeous day. I've got the beautiful background of some native gum trees and stuff behind me. It's pretty windy, so my hair's all over the place. But I wanted to go as close to the bush as I could get in the city, so I'm right near the train line. So you might hear trains going past. I wanted to talk about, just hopefully this will be short, I wanted to talk about my reaction to The Voice outcomes. So firstly, I just want to say that I'm a proud Wangunguru Yalayandi woman. Our lands are Simpson Desert area, and I'm really, really proud of my Aboriginal heritage. And there's a freight train going past. So you just start a video and a freight train decides to go past. Wow, I decided to make this video right when all the trains were running. Anyway, so I wanted to make this video because I thought a lot of you are probably wondering why I've been so quiet this week. The reason is actually not in solidarity with the yes voters. It's because I've been so utterly exhausted. I didn't realise just how much the mental and emotional toll this voice actually gave me. Like, it was huge. And on the actual weekend, like last weekend, I was at some very, very dear loved ones, hanging out with them for the weekend because I hadn't seen them in a long time. And so we watched bits and pieces of it on TV after every voting thing had closed. And we realised pretty quick it was going to be a landslide, and I have to admit that we were really, really happy with this vote because it was just a stupid thing that didn't really even need to happen to begin with. But then once I got home on Monday, that's when I realised, wow, this has really utterly exhausted me. And yeah, so I've read a few articles here and there. I've seen people's responses on Facebook some days, and I've just not had the emotional or mental energy to reply. I just haven't. However, I've got to laugh at some of the yes voting responses, as in laugh from disgust, because it's just so crazy. These people are acting like their mother just got murdered. Like, to put flags at half-mast, are you kidding? When the majority of Australia actually voted no. So this small group of people wanted to put flags at half-mast. I can understand when the monarch of the country dies, or you know, a PM is assassinated or something. But just because you got voted down, like, are you kidding me? To me, it's absolutely ridiculous, but also funny. Another thing that I find hilariously sad, to be honest, is the fact that people are putting their profile pics black as a sign of mourning. Now, I can kind of understand Aboriginal people doing that, but I've got people on my Facebook who are white and they do it, and I just am flabbergasted. I really am. And that's the thing with social justice warriors. They take everything to heart as personal attacks. And this was not personal against anybody. The majority of Australia voting no was not attacking you. It wasn't. It's just that there was not enough information given. I honestly believe this would have passed if the right information had been given. And to be honest, I probably yes if they had given us the information we asked for, but they didn't. And that's why most people voted no. I've had white Australians tell me that I'm not awake, which I also find hilarious, because if you know me, you know how awake I am to a lot of issues. I just don't broadcast them everywhere because they're political, or people see some of them as conspiracies, or even though they're all coming true. And, you know, I really had to laugh at that yes voter when they accused me of that, because I just thought, well, you don't really know me that well, do you? Again, I am in agreement with a lot of the reasons why Aboriginal people want a voice. I just didn't agree with this voice because a lack of information. And yeah, that's the big one. But you know, some of you have seen my video where I talk about why I was voting no, and I still stand by all of those points. Absolutely. The other thing is, if Anthony Albanese was actually serious about wanting to be there for Aboriginal people and outback communities and stuff, why did he just this week say no to Jacinta Price's request for for a royal commission into child abuse in communities? Why? If you really loved and cared about Aboriginal people, why did you say no? Hey, I want an answer to that one, Albanese, but I know I'll never get it. So that is I just still don't get that. Especially as I am an Aboriginal person who was abused, not in a community, but yes, I have actually suffered each type of abuse except satanic. Thankfully, I'm very thankful I haven't had that one. But I've had all the others, so I'm pretty justified in asking, why have you said no to this? Another thing is, I don't really believe that you need a voice to have reconciliation. We have been heading towards reconciliation and working on reconciliation for years upon years upon years, and it's happening. The reason why it's not fully done right, though, I believe, is because a lot of Aboriginal people, not all, but the vocal ones, they're so stuck as being victims that they don't actually want reconciliation. Because if there is reconciliation, then they can't complain. They've got nothing to be victims about. And again, these people, the blacktivists, are the affluent upper middle class of Australian Aboriginal people, like my cousins. I actually have a number of cousins who probably would fit that category. And while some of them remain quiet and dignified, there are others who are very vocal and make fools of themselves. So, I don't know. I just think it's crazy to have these people saying all this stuff, being victims, when, again, like I said in that other video, Mike and I are the ones who could easily cry foul, but we don't. We choose not to. Another thing is, Marsha Langdon actually said that if the no vote goes through, she'll never do another Welcome to Country. Well, you know what, Marsha? That's good. Stay silent, because we don't need your Welcome to Country. I'm going to do a video on Welcome to Country because I have pretty strong views about it, but I would just leave this little tidbit right now. From what I understand, Ernie Dingo made it up 50 years ago. So it's not like it's a traditional thing between Aboriginal family groups. It's not like it's something that's been around for hundreds of thousands of years. It's 50 years old, that Welcome to Country. Anyway, I will continue that in another video. But yeah, so these are just some of the reasons why I wanted to say no, and why I'm really, really happy that no happened, that the voice to Parliament lost. I think a lot of work needs to be done to heal the rifts that this stupid referendum has caused. I think there was division before this, but wow, it's just shot right up there. Division maybe went from 10% to like 90%. That's just me reaching numbers out the air, but as an example, like there was a bit of resentment and stuff, but it's just gone through the roof right now. And you white people who are crying victim and crying foul, just stop. It's insulting when you don't know Aboriginal issues, not like people who live those issues. And as for, yeah, actually, I won't go there. Like, you don't know them, and you are the people that just hop on the the next bandwagon. And that is, I see it on my Facebook. I see it, and it's insulting and it's hurtful, and sometimes I just want to grab your arms and shake the sense into you because it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, even though I do have lots more things I could say. I'm going to end on a bright note. I discovered, well, thanks to my friend, Yeti cups the other day, and so went and got one, customized it. You like? It's pretty, isn't it? And yeah, I am loving my Yeti cup, and was in the chemist today, forgot that I'd made it an hour earlier, and it still burnt my tongue, which that shows how good Yeti are. If you don't, I'm not being sponsored either, by the way, but yeah, in love with my Yeti cup. So anyway, guys, hope you have a lovely week. I hope those who are hurting can get over it pretty quick, because it was never going to pass, let's face it. And let's look to a new future where we can all work together and create reconciliation with all the hundreds of thousands of voices that we already have in Parliament, in agencies and organisations, and all of that stuff. All I would request is that the money, the billions of money that get allocated to Aboriginal people and communities actually reach them. That's the only thing that I would ask, apart from whatever other questions I've had in this video. Yeah, so have a great week, and let's look forward and be one country. See ya.